Daily drama, real tea, no filters, just mic drop daily. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's start this off with a huge shout out to Coco Jones. Congrats are in order because sis just got engaged to none other than NBA star Donovan Mitchell. Yep, the same Donovan who's been tearing it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers and recently locked in a jaw-dropping $150 million contract extension over 3 years. That's not just love. That's generational wealth right there. And let's be real, Coco did not miss with this one. Donovan's got money, fame, and from what people are saying, a solid head on his shoulders. But what's wild is how low-key they kept this whole relationship. Most folks had no clue they were even dating. They kept it under wraps for 2 years. But for those of us really paying attention, we saw a few cracks in the secrecy. I mean, y'all remember that Usher concert? Coco was seen there with Donovan, and sis looked like she was dodging cameras left and right. People started whispering then, especially after she got pressed about it on Club Shay Shay. They tried to play it casual, but it didn't quite land that way. They were like, "So what's this rumor about you and Donovan Mitchell?" And she played it slick. "What rumor?" But the interviewer wasn't letting it slide. Y'all showed up at the concert together, dressed alike, holding hands. That ain't just friends, and let's be honest, it definitely didn't look innocent. Coco kept it cute, though. She said, "I love the internet. They really do clock my tea." Like, girl, she knows the streets are watching. She compared it to being in a detective movie with spies everywhere, but when it came down to it, she gave a little peek into her mindset, and she explained how she channels her real emotions into her music. "My music is how I tell my truth." But she also made it clear she doesn't want to be anyone's little secret. She said she's not trying to hide, but she's just protecting her heart and her people. So yeah, Coco may be private, but don't get it twisted. She's grown, she's glowing, and now she's engaged. Love and low-key luxury. Now that's a vibe. Coco really laid it out when she said, "I give so much of myself already. On the business side, the singing, the acting, all of it. So why do I gotta hand over the most sacred parts of my life too?" And honestly, she's got a point. She's out here grinding nonstop, doing everything from music to movies, so she deserves to hold on to something personal. That ain't selfish. That's called protecting your peace. She even said, "If everything's for the world, then what's left for me?" And that hit deep. There's gotta be balance. Just because she's in the spotlight doesn't mean her entire life needs to be put on display. And in this oversharing world, keeping something sacred is actually rare. I respect how she and Donovan moved. They weren't out here trying to go viral every week. They kept their love under wraps, not because they were hiding, but because they were building. That's the kind of private that's powerful. It wasn't about being secretive. It was about being intentional. And when they finally popped out with the engagement, whew, that was a whole flex. Let's not forget, Donovan proposed right after Coco wrapped up her sold-out What I Didn't Tell You tour. She was already flying high, and he just added that cherry on top. Word on the street is that the tour was fire, by the way. Fans couldn't stop raving about her vocals, her stage presence, the whole vibe. And here's the sweet twist. Russell Wilson and Ciara were actually part of the planning. Yep, they helped Donovan pull off the big proposal. Russell even said, "Ciara and I are so happy for you two." That's some beautiful Black love support right there. It's just refreshing to see two grounded, talented people, both in their own lanes, come together in love, in privacy, and in purpose. I'm really rooting for them. Shout out to the ultimate matchmakers, Russell Wilson and Ciara. They're really out here playing Cupid in real life. They didn't just help Coco and Donovan plan their engagement. They also helped singer Normani lock it down with her NFL bae, DK Metcalf. Yup, you heard that right. These two are out here setting up love stories, especially for Black couples, and it's honestly beautiful to see. It's rare to see celebs using their influence for something this wholesome. Russell and Ciara said, "Lovebirds, thanks for allowing us to plan this with you. Spider with West to East Lux." That's some real fairy godparent energy right there, so major props to them, and once again, massive congrats to Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell. The love is real, and the vibes are even better. Now let's shift gears to Megan Thee Stallion, because sis just went public with her new man, and it's none other than NBA star Klay Thompson. That's right. Megan dropped some spicy pics on Instagram, and fans quickly spotted Klay chilling in the background like he belonged there. Then, boom, Klay himself confirmed it with his own post showing the two of them together. No guessing games, just straight-up confirmation. And let's talk strategy, because Megan doesn't move without a purpose. First off, She was previously linked to Torrey Craig, but clearly she left that behind. Klay is a whole upgrade in the public eye. He's a seasoned NBA vet, four-time champion, and definitely a more polished headline. The optics? Clean. That poolside photo? Yeah, that was a triple threat. Megan knew exactly what she was doing. 1, it was a soft launch of her relationship. Get people talking. 2, it was low-key flexing her new swimwear line, because business always stays booming. And 3, it was promo wrapped in romance. Genius move. Now, how serious are they? Time will tell, but on paper, it looks like a solid fit. Rappers and athletes? That combo just hits different in the media world. Hopefully no drama follows. But for now, Megan's playing the game right and winning. Let's be real, Megan Thee Stallion's poolside romance post with Klay Thompson might have looked all sunshine and vibes. But behind the scenes, total chaos. That whole soft launch moment with Klay wasn't just a cute couple update, it was a distraction from some serious heat headed her way in court. Right now, Megan's locked in a legal battle with her former cameraman, Emilio Garcia, and the accusations are wild. Emilio's claiming that Megan didn't pay him what he was owed and that she created a hostile work environment, but here's where it really takes a turn. He alleges that Megan had intercourse in front of him in a moving car during a girl's trip. He said it made him super uncomfortable, especially as a gay man, and after that he claims she harassed him and even threatened him. Yikes! Now, of course, Megan's legal team came out swinging, calling the allegations completely false and tried to get the lawsuit tossed out. But guess what? The judge isn't having it. The case is moving forward. So while Megan's giving us vacation vibes online, she's got some serious drama bubbling in the background. But that's not even the end of it. There's more alleged mess spilling, this time from the rap girls. Megan's so-called friend, Asian Doll, has been running her mouth again, and Cuban Doll decided to air it all out. These two have had the messiest on and off friendship, and now Cuban Doll's out here dropping alleged private convos, exposing Asians' trash talk about Megan. Here's what Cuban Doll allegedly said. Megan has never in life came on the internet and had your back. She helped JT and took you off her song, Mama, and you talk about everybody like a dog. But it gets even spicier. Cuban claims that Asian told her Megan was out here flying girls out, doing freaky stuff on trips, getting head and smashing in cars. And suddenly, that sounds a little too close to what Emilio claimed in court. And it doesn't stop there. Cuban also alleged, you said Megan don't like Glow, was crying over her ex and asked for a threesome? Say I'm lying? Whew, that's some serious shade being thrown. Now, whether these claims are true or just messy drama between ex-friends, it's definitely making folks side-eye Megan's camp. The timing, the stories, the court case, it's all stacking up at once. And suddenly, that picture-perfect moment with Klay doesn't seem so innocent anymore. Now, if that tea from Cuban Doll is even halfway true, then it might confirm something fans have been whispering about for months. Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla might have real tension. People have been speculating that their friendship hit a wall a while back, and Megan did tweet something shady that had the internet raising eyebrows. She wrote, "I can't stand no girl who acts lame over a man." Whew. Now, we don't know exactly who she was coming for, but if Cuban Doll's claims hold water, it could have been aimed right at Glorilla. That's messy on so many levels. So the million-dollar question is, which man caused the fallout between Meg and Glow? Folks on the timeline have thrown out a few names. Some say it could be about Moneybag Yo, Megan's ex. Others think it might be about Partisan Fontaine, aka Party. But let's be honest, both of those sound like a stretch. Megan doesn't seem like she's doubling back like that. Still, the whole situation is super messy. And whether it's real beef or just Twitter shade, Megan clearly needed to shift the focus. Enter Klay Thompson. Yup, her going public with Klay wasn't just a soft launch, it was a whole strategic move. That pool pic? That was timed perfectly to redirect the convo and get people talking about her new man instead of old drama. And so far, it's working! Now, while that drama was unfolding, another artist, Doechii, dropped a thought-provoking take during her interview with British Vogue. She said something that got people talking. There's no real superstar of this generation yet, and honestly, that made a lot of sense. Doechii explained that today's pop culture scene is still too fresh. There hasn't been enough time for anyone to truly earn that superstar status. She said, I'm still figuring out what a Dutchie superstar even looks like, and that's real. When you look at the current music landscape, many of the household names, Beyoncé, Rihanna, Drake, Nicki, have all been in the game for over a decade. They're more millennial royalty than Gen Z icons. If we're talking Gen Z level superstars, Billie Eilish might be the only one holding that consistent top tier status right now. Others have had big breakout moments, but they haven't stuck around long enough to reach that legendary level yet. And their moment in the spotlight just didn't last. You know what I mean? A lot of these new artists had fire debuts, but couldn't keep that same energy. That's why when we talk about consistency, Billie Eilish and Olivia Rodrigo are really the only ones who've kept that momentum going. There's a few others, sure. But when it comes to Black superstars from this generation, the scene is still kinda dry. Now, SCA definitely comes close. She's got the talent, the vibe, and the fan base. But let's be real, she's a millennial. Different generation, different era. We're still waiting for that Gen Z Black superstar to really break through. Doechii has potential, no doubt about that, but she needs to drop hits consistently. Not just vibes, hits. Tyler, the rising star who gave us that banger Water, she made some serious waves, but since then, it's been quiet. Her biggest challenge right now? Staying in the game. She just dropped a new track called Is It? And it could take off, but only if she and her team go hard with the promo. Like, everywhere. TikTok, radio, TV, brand collabs, the works. Because in this era, talent alone isn't enough. The competition is crazy, and if a song doesn't blow up right away, people forget about it fast. Let's not forget, streamers are outshining musicians right now when it comes to cash and attention. Some fans are more tuned in to content creators than actual chart-topping artists. Honestly, the whole superstar concept feels like it's fading out. Unless you're in K-pop, where fans are die-hard and the industry's a machine, most people don't care about superstardom like they used to. They just want to vibe with someone who makes music they like. That's it. So if artists like Doechii and others coming up want to win, they need to focus on the basics. Give the people good music, stay consistent, and connect with your audience. That's the real key right now. You don't need to be the next Beyoncé, just be solid, be real, and give the people what they want. If you're loving this type of breakdown, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more music tea and celeb talk.